Hi, Aries. Hope you're having a good day. Welcome to Earth Wisdom Fire Tarot. This is going to be a reading. I'm doing it in early May 2020, but these energies feel very big, feel very dramatic and exciting. So it could resonate for you whenever you're watching this, or it could be for a situation that's unfolding over a longer period of time. So just be aware of that. This is a general reading, so it could be for any situation in your life. I'm just going to go with the storyline that comes through the strongest. So yeah, this could be for your sun, moon, rising, or Venus. We'll delve into the situation and then we'll look at the difficulties, the opportunities, and the next steps. And if you're interested in your personal reading, find all that info down below or at earthwisdomfire.com. Okay. So the bottom of the deck is the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like the situation here is that you felt um you felt like something needs to change, and you feel like you've been sort of pushed into um moving forward in a direction. I think that you felt more and more resistance over time because I think the truth is that it hasn't been in alignment. It hasn't actually been your path. So you've been kind of struggling, like trying to move very, very dense energy, trying to just put one foot in front of the other, and things aren't working out because you're trying to force something where it doesn't fit. So what's interesting here is that it feels like there's a lot, that's been kind of um, held up, like some closure or some lessons learned here. Some manifestations haven't come through. Um, Maybe wanting to hear communication from somebody, King of Swords into reverse, and not being able to, or like not feeling that come through. It's almost like you've been on the edge, you've just been sort of teetering. And you've been waiting for a push or a sign that something is like it's the time, it's the right time to step forward. But there's been this hesitation and this deep sense of like um internal struggle. Like you've just been really struggling with this internally, and it's not making you happy. It's really blocking you from feeling good. All your emotions feel like they're very scattered. I feel just like it's hard to breathe, you have this death card here. So all of this will come to an end when you surrender, but it's like you're not even acknowledging that as a possibility at this moment. I'm feeling like you're very overwhelmed by things in your reality. You're kind of just having to deal with things as they come. So all of this stuff, this whole situation, what it's talking about is um it's this thing that you want to happen, but is outside of the realm of like your physical everyday routine. Um, you have the Queen of Swords here. So I feel like you are holding on tight to your perspective, and you are refusing to shift it. Like you just kind of want to stay focus on this one thing, this like thing that you're looking at, this thing that you're thinking about. You don't want to let it go. You don't want to think about anything else. You want to stay focused on this thing. You're very determined that way. But I feel like what's happening here is that it's messing with your energy to the point where you're not able to rest. You're not able to get clear guidance and clear messages through like I have my hand on my head here because it's almost like this is where a lot of stuff is happening right now. It's like all in your mental space. And like I said, it's like there's this overwhelm. There's not a lot of peace. You don't have peace of mind. You're very on edge about this thing. And with the Page of Cups in reverse, it's, you know, it's interesting because a lot of like where it seems like it's coming from up here, but really it's coming from down here. It's coming from a lack of ability to follow your heart, to express what's on your heart, to tell the truth. It's almost like, you know what it is? It feels like you need to talk to somebody who's completely unavailable. You need to talk to somebody that you can't get through to. Like if you tried to get them on the phone, they wouldn't answer. This person may have blocked you, or you may have them blocked and now you can't like get their information or something. There's like some kind of obstacle in between, like keeping you from being able to communicate. But you have a really, really strong desire to focus on this thing, focus on this person, focus on this situation. You don't want to look anywhere else. So with the Fool card, I feel like you are willing to take a risk. You're willing to try something totally radical, totally new. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not getting a good vibe about this Fool card. I don't think it's a risk worth taking. Let's look at the difficulties. Actually, I'm gonna just like clarify this Fool card real quick because I feel like it's important. Yeah. It's really what you want. Like this Nine of Cups, I think, is you just like overdosing, overindulging on something that feels really, really good, but it's against your better judgment. And it's not an alignment for you. The universe does not want this thing that you want for you. So with the Two of Pentacles in reverse, it's like trying to resist the balance that's trying to come in here. Trying to resist like the chips falling where they may. It's like you're trying to prevent something from happening. It's like you want to have this conversation, you want to speak your piece because you're thinking that if you say something and you speak up, it'll change the outcome. But I think that this is already underway. It's already happening. It's already done, actually. So let's look at the difficulties. Okay, so we have the Page of Rods at the bottom of the deck. The difficulty is that you're having trouble just like holding back your passion. But your passion is not being channeled into what it needs to be. You're channeling you're channeling your passion and your desire into something that doesn't have those same feelings for you. So it could be a person. This could be like an unrequited love situation. Or it could just be a mismatch of energies where, yeah, they may love you, but they would just hold you back. And it feels like whatever you're supposed to be doing is so important that the universe is saying like, yes, you can want what you want, but what's meant for you is coming anyway. And that's what's really going to satisfy you anyway. You have the Sun and the Ace of Cups here. You know, it's going to make you feel like you're in the right place at the right time, that a lot of blessings are coming through, and that all you have to do is your part and the universe is going to take care of the rest. So, yeah, I feel like the difficulty here is that your energy is focused in the wrong direction. With the Nine of Rods, it's almost like you've put a lot of effort into this and you're still willing to put in more. It's like maybe you've received a no many, many times, or maybe you've gone back and tried this many times and it just has not panned out the way that you wanted to every single time. You have the Lovers in reverse. It's a very intense connection that you have to this thing. You have like a soul tie, um, but it's not divine love. Like that's literally what spirit is saying, is that this is attachment that you're feeling more so than divine connection. With the Emperor card, like this would be your card as an Aries. So the difficulty is that you have incarnated with a specific set of gifts. You have specific things that will magnetize your lessons to you. But you almost like aren't looking at yourself or seeing yourself the same way the universe is. It's almost like you're really, really intent on living beneath your greatness. So if you're not chasing a person, you are just chasing easy wins, easy successes, because the bigger thing that you would be successful at, you don't even want to try it. Like you have a deep fear of success here. You have a deep fear of getting what you actually want. So with the Three of Cups here, I feel like there are a lot of people involved, more people than need to be. So you could be really trying to work this out. You know, you could be going to a lot of friends here and trying to get their advice. There may be somebody in your life who's egging you on almost. And it's sad because this person who's egging you on, like I do feel like they love you, they care for you, but it's like they're hiding behind this cup here. Like this is why I'm saying this, because like this person is not being straight with you. They're only giving you half of the truth when they're giving you this advice or when they're listening to you explain what's going on here. They have their own they have something at stake here, you know. It could honestly be that they're miserable and want you to be miserable with them. It could be that they don't want to see you outshine them. But this friend or these people, they are not good for you. This is a hard reading. Yeah. There's somebody here who is letting you overindulge, who's letting you kind of live in this fantasy of like this thing that you want coming through, and is sort of like I said, egging you on. It's almost like when you're really close to doing the right thing and making the right decision, they are the ones who kind of like convince you to try something new or to go back or to try it again. It's like this back and forth thing. Like I said, it's like you're teetering on the edge. You're like so close, and this person, when they tip the scales, it's not for your highest good. It's blocking you from what you need. So now I'm looking at the opportunities. Okay, so bottom of the deck is the Nine of Swords. So being able to relax, being able to get out of your head, to stop obsessing about this, to stop like giving into the fears and the doubts and the obsessive, like loopy kind of thinking. It's like they're showing me like a hamster wheel. So yeah, I feel like with the Six of Cups here, you're really wanting somebody from your past back. Like you really, truly want it, but it's not in alignment. It's not good for you. The Death card is now closer. So you have literally the Death card and the Tower. That is imminent. This is coming. There's change coming here. There is change coming. And I don't think you're going to like it, because you're very, very, very much invested in this thing working out. But that could change, you know, because maybe this reading is the catalyst, you know, for you being able to see this, because it's like, I don't think that this is inevitable. I mean, I don't think that there has to be this really dramatic, difficult, painful change here that rips this illusion out of your hands. I think that you have these opportunities here to see it clearly. You have the King of Cups. This is like taking this like emotional high road. And I think it's because like there hasn't been a lot of cups cards. There have been cups cards or whatever, but I feel like this King of Cups is really this stand that you're taking against your tendency to make bad decisions. I think the King of Cups is here to be like, you have this opportunity to make a decision that's going to protect your heart, that's going to help you heal. This King of Cups energy is on your side. This could literally be a person outside of you, but I feel like this is you embodying that energy, like allowing that side of you, that very mature, wise side of you, to be like, this might not be a good idea. So we have the World card here in reverse. Definitely feel like there's an opportunity to really close the door on the past for good and to really get closure and to fully learn your lessons so that you don't have to go down this road again. You have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. I do think that you have an opportunity to cut out this friendship. I think this is relating to that. Or cut out those energies that are not serving you. Because if it's not a close friend, it might not be a close friend, honestly. It could literally be like a coworker or just somebody in your life that has a lot of opinions, who you think is celebrating you or you think you have fun with, but they're toxic. And I feel like you're cutting them out here with this Three of Pentacles. With the Two of Swords, I feel like, you have an opportunity to kind of block out the negativity, block out the noise, and finally listen to what's going on in your own heart. Like I said, just felt like everything was going on up here. All these thoughts, all this overthinking, all this like obsessing. It was all happening up here. But if you bring everything down here to your heart space, there's going to be more clarity. There is going to be pain there. I think that's why you've been hesitant to take that opportunity to look at what's going on in your heart, because there is pain there. You may, like, the next step after the Two of Swords is the Three of Swords. That's heartbreak. So that's going to be tough. But once you feel it, you can let it go. And it's not going to haunt you and sabotage you from within anymore. You have the Six of Pentacles, making things more balanced, making things right, getting as much as you give, things balancing out in your life so that you're not as overwhelmed. I feel like this is you really accepting help that's offered to you. So let's look at the opportunities here. Not opportunities, the next steps. Oh, I just want to come out. Okay. There we go. Okay, good. So we have the Ace of Swords in reverse. So I don't think that this is an easy fix. I don't think that the solution is coming easily or overnight. But you should be open to clarity, to truth coming in. I don't think that you're going to be able to find it by searching for it. I think you have to kind of let it in, or you need to give yourself time alone, High Priestess, to listen to your inner voice. I literally was feeling this message before I even saw it. So yeah, I feel like once you're in alignment, this King of Rods, you're gonna feel so much. You have like so much more energy. You're gonna feel so much more yourself. You're gonna feel really vibrant and alive and focused and determined on what's most important. Yeah, I think that you are going to be able to sort through your feelings for this person. I think you're going to realize that because of the soul tie that you had, you didn't have the level of feeling or love for this person that you thought you did. You were confusing a lot of like past life karmic energy for attraction or love or something like that, you know? I think you're gonna like really embrace your independence and get some time, some very much needed alone time. Like I said, that heartbreak, it's there. But there's no rush. Like you can take your time with this. um, I think the real step here that you need to do is some healing. You have the Sun card in reverse, so it's almost like you don't believe you deserve happiness or you deserve joy. And that's why you were willing to stoop to the level of this other energy that like the universe is saying you deserve so much better, so much more. You don't have to settle for that. So you are going to have to do some work on yourself to get to the point where you believe you deserve the best, that you deserve true love, honesty, because like maybe this person's been lying to you a lot. I don't know what's going on, but that could have been what it is. I think maybe with this Queen of Swords, you felt like as long as you had this discernment that it wouldn't hurt because if they lied to you, you'd be able to see through it immediately. But I think you wanted a chance to test this, and that's why you wanted to talk to them again. You wanted a chance to test that theory, but I don't even think that's going to happen. I don't think this person is coming back or this situation is coming back for you to get that sort of verbal closure or get your chance to spar with them. Like, I don't think that confrontation is happening here. So with the Magician, the manifestations that have been blocked because of the situation, I think you need to revisit them. You need to get very clear on what it is you want and what it is you deserve and start from that place instead of the place that you started before where you were trying to manifest something here. You have the Knight of Cups again. So, well, we have the King of Cups and the Knight of Cups. So I feel like this is an echo of this energy. Like it's going to be really, really important for you to achieve emotional mastery, to really listen to your heart, and to only act from a place of um, a healthy emotional space. You definitely don't want to reach out in an energy of pain or bitterness or wanting revenge, wanting to get even. I'm not saying that that's what you would have done, but I feel like if this bitterness was allowed to fester, it could have gotten to that point. I think that you're like, there's divine intervention happening here, making sure that it doesn't have to get to that point. And then we have the death card here. You have it in reverse. So I don't think that you're going to have to, like I said, have a really painful, bitter end here. This is not going to sabotage your life or wreck anything. Nothing is tangibly going to change except your energy, except your thinking around this situation. It's like you're talking yourself out of a bad decision. And once that bad decision is avoided, you feel, you know, like everything doesn't have to change. Like, I mean, this really could have been that things were building to the point where you're willing to blow up your life for this other thing. That's why I said this risk didn't feel good. It didn't feel like the right decision. This Fool card was you possibly wrecking your life. And I don't think it's going down that road. I really don't. I think I'm feeling a positive energy once you do the kind of work you need to do here. Ace of Wands, I feel like is you having a passionate new direction, being able to pour your passion and intensity into something worthwhile, something that's going to benefit you and others, and set you forth like towards your destiny. You're going to drop the baggage with the 10 of Wands, the heaviness of this, the going around in circles, the feeling like, I feel like there's definitely been a lot of, you've been hard on yourself about this. And you shouldn't. Like, you definitely should have compassion for yourself. You've been taking on way more than you needed to, way more than your fair share. But now you get a chance to put that burden down and let it go and breathe. Explore your options. Realize that there's more out there for you than just this one opportunity or just this one person. Explore your options and see that it's not worth going back. Like there's calmer waters ahead of you. So I feel like there's hope here. There is anticipation of something better. This does feel like a very hopeful reading. It feels very intense, the situation, but it feels like that there's this internal battle that is coming to an end, and it's a huge relief. Okay, we have Legacy of Light. So this is bigger than just you. You avoiding this bad decision breaks a generational curse. Woo, there it is. There it is. That's why this felt so heavy. And that's why they're so like not fucking around with this. Like they're not like sugarcoating this. Like you cannot repeat the same cycle because you have these gifts that have been given to you that have been passed down for you. And what you're really attracting is meant for you. Like you've had this, clarity and truth about what is actually supposed to be there. Like all these images feel similar. They feel like you in alignment with what's really meant for you. And your ancestors are rooting for you. They want you to succeed. They want you to be on the right path. So this bring it into form is about you taking those steps in the right direction and just seeing how much support, how much guidance you have when you are in that direction. All the resistance that you've been feeling is because you walked right up to the edge of a very, very bad decision, and because you pulled back and didn't actually make that decision, you're going to be rewarded big time. Big time. That clarity I said that wasn't coming through right away, when it does, it's gonna blow your mind. It's gonna like, wow, like it's gonna make you understand like why it was such a big deal, what was really at stake. Good stuff. So we have conscious connections here. So I feel like you are turning away from a connection that wasn't healthy for you and wasn't right for you. This person couldn't really see you for who you were anyway. I don't want to say they were using you, like this friend energy, but like they're on a different path, and the way they were treating you is part of their path, but it's not meant to be part of your path. So you're going to be making more conscious connections where you're vibing with people on like a soul level, a very healthy level, people that are really truly there for you. Relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. So once you avoid making that decision, a lot of like there's going to be this door that opens up for you. There's going to be this opening, that's going to feel like a shortcut to what it is you want. So it's like, I do feel like what you wanted has just been like lurking right there outside of your realm of vision. That's why when you do get this clarity, you do get this vision, it shocks you so much because it's so in line with what it is you want, and it's so in line with what you knew on a heart level but didn't have the words to describe. You have come to life, being in control of your own life, coming back to alignment, because I feel like you've been in alignment before, like you know what alignment feels like. And I think that's where the issue is that you've been out of alignment and you've known it and you've let it go too far. You've let the outside world sort of dictate how you feel too much. You've given in too much to the outside forces, and you need to kind of come home to yourself and sort through everything there so you can get back into alignment and get that clarity and, let those blessings rain from that place. Because like the blessings are going to come down whether you're there or not. Like, just say you're standing outside the space you need to be in order for those blessings to rain down. All you need to do is get back into alignment for you to feel all that good stuff, all that good energy coming to you. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Yeah, breaking that generational curse. That is never an easy thing. So you're doing great. It's not easy. Stand still and own your power. 34. Wow. Definitely looks like being in alignment here. This image is gorgeous. I associate red with Aries, so that looks really pretty. One does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. The latter procedure, however, is disagreeable and therefore not popular. So it's like you want what you want, you've wanted what you wanted, and the alternative, even though it was right for you, like exploring this darkness, doing this shadow work, it's not easy, but it's the right thing to do, and it will pay off. When you have an unpleasant dream, implement the fear formula to alchemize that which scares you into fuel for awakening. Face it, embrace it, ace it, replace it. Instead of running, turn and face your challenge. Become so big you have room inside your heart for everyone and everything. Ask how your experience could be a blessing and could make you more powerful. Then transform that which terrified you into something that empowers you. Watch as your fear becomes fuel that can be used to ignite your dreams. That fuel gives you a future that is unlimited, empowered, and lucid. When fear no longer pushes, inspiration can pull you toward your dreams. Drop the tug of war of duality and enter a field of exponential power. Set yourself on fire and shine as the brilliantly radiant being you naturally are. Finally, turn your most illuminated intentions into manifestation. Like I said, your manifestations are going to fall into place as soon as you're in alignment. So you're on the right path. You just, you didn't go too far. You went just far enough to understand what was at stake, and the clarity is coming. So about like, what's next for you, and it's going to be brilliant. Like this feels like really good rebirth energy. So I hope this helps. Thank you so much. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you're interested in getting a personal reading, you can find that information at earthwisdomfire.com. Love you. Bye.